two eyes are open in the dark, about 4 feet off the ground, and they have been watching this road for a very long time. It is a mountain lion. She is standing on the roof of a car in the middle of an 8-lane freeway in Los Angeles. Nothing has driven on this road in a century and a half. She was born here. So was her mother and hers. There are no people in the city. Not one, anywhere, in any direction. And there have not been for 150 years. What is here instead is roughly 40,000 large animals, and they have divided the city between them, street by street. Los Angeles is now the largest predator territory in the North American coast, and the whole thing runs on a schedule. This is one day in that city, dawn to midnight. Every hour belongs to something, and almost none of it belongs to us. The short version is that we handed the controls over, slowly, to systems that ran the city better than we ever did. Traffic first, then power, water, supply. Every handover was sensible. Every single one of them made the city work better than before. Then the decisions got faster than anyone could read them, and one day there was nobody left here to sign anything. But here is the part that actually changed this place. Los Angeles was never naturally green. Every drop of its water was imported. When nobody was left to manage that, the aqueducts burst, the reservoirs overflowed, and the water simply went wherever it wanted. Then the river underneath the city broke its concrete open, and Beavers dammed it, and 11 square miles turned into wetland. Standing water everywhere, and ocean fog rolling into this basin every single morning. That combination does not make a desert. 150 years of that under subtropical sun, and what grew here is closer to rainforest than anything else. And into all that green, everything that had been waiting in the hills came straight down the hillside and moved in. 6 in the morning. The hills above the city are wet and cold, and the line from the freeway is heading home, uphill, fast. Her territory covers about 200 square miles. Roughly a third of it is what used to be the city itself. She hunts the boulevards at night because deer graze there, and she sleeps up here in the daylight, where it is quiet. Behind her, letters are still standing on the hillside, 9 of them buried in green, held up by the roots inside them. Nobody remembers what they spelled. The bobcats denning underneath them have absolutely no opinion about it either way. The old observatory on the next hill is a condor roost now. 22 birds and a 9.5-foot wingspan each. Condors were down to 22 birds in the entire world once. Now there are 400 living in this basin alone. By 7, the hills are fully awake, and everything up here is looking down at the same thing. The river. There was a river under this city the whole time. We poured concrete over 51 miles of it and forgot it existed. It took the river about 9 years to break the concrete open, and then it simply went back to being a river. Steelhead trout run up it now from the ocean in winter. They had not managed that in almost 200 years. And where there are fish running upstream, there is always something standing in the shallows waiting to take them. Black bears are all through the lower city now. They den inside the buildings and they fish the river, and they do very well. The banks are solid green for the entire length of it. A wall of rainforest running right through the middle of the city. Beavers dammed it in 4 places, and those dams are the reason this basin is a rainforest instead of a dry plain. Nobody planned that. A rodent did it over about 30 years, and it changed the climate of an entire city basin. Midday. The heat comes up, humidity comes with it, and the widest open ground in this city is still the freeway system. 600 miles of it. Wide, flat, and now completely forested, which makes it the best browsing ground in Southern California. There are around 9,000 mule deer in this basin. On a hot afternoon, most of them are standing on a road. The interchanges are the strangest part. 4 levels of ramps stacked on top of each other, and every one of them is a forest. Deer browse the bottom level. Coyotes work the middle. The top ramps belong to the raptors because they can see over the canopy. Something spooks the herd about twice an hour, and then 9,000 pounds of animal moves through the undergrowth at once. Usually it is nothing. A shadow, a sound, a piece of concrete finally letting go somewhere further down the road. The roads are failing everywhere now. Roots underneath, water inside, and 150 wet summers on top of them. In another century, there will be no roads here at all. Just a lot of very straight, very wide strips of jungle. Downtown, late afternoon. 40 ruined towers standing together, and every one of them is now, biologically speaking, a cliff. Peregrine falcons hunt here. Highest nesting density anywhere on the continent, and they dive at 200 miles an hour. Every open window on 40 buildings is a ledge. Every stairwell is a cave. This is better habitat than most actual mountains. Bats come out of the lower floors at dusk. Around 2 million of them out of 6 buildings in about 4 minutes. Inside the towers, it is a forest. Wind carried the seeds up, birds carried the rest, and every floor filled with soil. There are full-grown trees on the 40th floor of buildings that have not had a usable staircase in 80 years. The whole cluster is coming down slowly. About 1 tower every 12 years, and the noise carries right across the basin. When one falls, everything with wings leaves at once, and everything with legs runs. Then it goes quiet and they all come back. Out at the western edge, the ocean has moved inland. It took the coast road in the first 30 years and never gave it back. The old pier is a sea lion colony now, about 4,000 of them, on every surface still standing above the water. Great white sharks patrol the shallows off the old beaches because that many sea lions in one place is not a secret. Kelp forests grew back over the drowned buildings within about 20 years. Now they run 11 miles along this coastline. Gray whales pass the drowned skyline twice a year, close enough that you could hear them breathing from the tree line. The jungle runs all the way to the sand now. There is no gap between the forest and the ocean anywhere along this coast. And as the light goes, everything that spent the day asleep in this city starts to stand up. After dark, this place is not quiet. It is the loudest it gets all day, and almost none of it is friendly. Coyote packs run the flat ground, around 2,000 of them hunting the old streets in coordinated groups. Bobcats work the buildings above them. Different level, different prey, same block, and the two almost never meet. And on the ridgelines above all of it, the lion from this morning is awake again and already moving downhill. She will cover 11 miles tonight, most of it through what used to be residential streets, and she will do it silently. The deer know she is coming. They have known since about an hour before sunset. That is why they are all still standing. This is the oldest arrangement on Earth, running at full strength, in the middle of what was the second largest city in America. By 2 in the morning it is over, one way or the other, and the basin goes properly silent for about 3 hours. Then a bird starts somewhere in the dark, and about 40,000 animals begin the whole thing over again. Here is what nobody expected. Los Angeles did not become a ruin. It became one of the richest habitats on this continent. The shape we built turned out to be useful. Cliffs, caves, ledges, open corridors, warm stone. We just built it for the wrong species. Nothing here is a memorial. Nothing is mourning anybody. The lion does not know what a freeway was and has never slowed her down. We did not lose this city in a war. We handed it over one sensible decision at a time, and something else moved in. Los Angeles is still busy, Still crowded, still loud at night. There's just nobody here anymore who can read a road sign.